Welcome back to day 65. One message, many platforms. Work smarter and not harder. Do you ever feel like that you have to create new content for every single platform? Like you're just on the endless hamster wheel of your content creation? You finish YouTube video and then you think, okay, I need to create something completely different for Instagram. Then LinkedIn needs its own thing, and then Facebook's want something else, and then TikTok, and then that's your whole other beast. I see you. I see so many creators burning out because they believe this myth is that every platform needs brand new, original content. They're spending 12 to 15 and sometimes 20 hours a week just trying to keep up. And here's one thing that breaks my heart. They're often saying the same thing, just in a different way, even without realizing it. So let's stop that madness right now. Here's the truth that changed everything for me. One powerful message can work everywhere when you repurpose with intention, not just copy and paste, but strategically repurposing that respects each platform while honoring your time and energy. So, welcome back to day 65 of our journey together. I'm Christy, and today we're going to be talking about something that literally saved my content creation life: multiplying your impact without multiplying your workload. This is the strategy that took me from spending 40 hours a week on content and spending maybe 10 hours while actually reaching more people. So now I want you to think about this for a second. What if I told you that the content that you're creating right now could reach 5 times as many people? Just a little bit of strategic thinking. What if that one video that you spend 3 hours on could become a week's worth of value content across all of your platforms? You don't need to chase every algorithm. You don't need to become that expert in the 15 different platforms. You just need to share your story, your message, your expertise, and where it fits best. And here's the beautiful part: when you do this right, you're not just saving time. You're actually building a stronger brand because your message becomes consistent and recognizable. So today I want to walk you through exactly how to do this. We're going to talk about mindset shifts that you need to make, the practical steps to repurpose like a pro, the common mistakes that trip people up, and by the end of this video, you'll have a clear system that you can implement this week. All right, so let's dive into the strategy. Start by creating one core message each week, not 7 different messages, not 15 posts of random topics, one core message that your audience truly needs. This is pillar content for your foundation. Now, what makes that good core message? It should solve a problem for your audience is facing. It should be something that you speak about with authority and passion. It should be meaty enough to explore from different angles. For example, if you're a fitness coach, your core message might be about proper form and squats. If you're a business coach like me, it might be about building authentic relationships with your audience. So here's how it works in practice. Let me share the actual process. Every Monday, I create a long form video for YouTube. This is my anchor content. I spend maybe 2 or 3 hours on this, including filming, editing. So this video goes deeper on one topic, just like we're doing right now. Then the one video becomes the source material for everything else. I'll pull out the most powerful 60-second segments that become an Instagram reel. I'll take the key points, turning them into a carousel post with 5 to 7 slides. I create a shorter, more casual version on Facebook. And I might even pull out a conversational or thought-provoking quote for Twitter. That is one message. 5 to 6 different pieces of content, reaching audiences on different platforms who consume content in different ways. Some people love long form videos. Others want quick tips that they can scroll through. Some prefer reading. You're meeting your audience where they are. But here's where most people mess up. And I want to save you from these mistakes. Mistake number 1, they just copy and paste the exact same content everywhere. That doesn't work because each platform has its own culture and expectations. A LinkedIn post needs to be more professional, insight driven. An Instagram caption needs to be more personal and visual. A YouTube video can go deeper and longer. And mistake number 2, they try to repurpose content that wasn't strong to begin with. If your core message isn't valuable, repurposing it just spreads bureaucracy. Start with something genuinely helpful, something that people say, wow, I needed to hear this. Mistake number 3, they forget to optimize each platform. Instagram needs a hook in the first 3 seconds. LinkedIn needs a strong opening line that makes people click and see more. And YouTube needs a compelling title or thumbnail. You're adapting the message, not just duplicating it. So let me give you a real example from my own content. A few weeks ago, I created a video about overcoming the fear of being visible online. That was my core message. For YouTube, it was a 5 to 8 minute deep dive, personal story, actionable step. For Instagram, I created a reel showing my own journey from camera shy to confident to setting the music, just like a 45-second clip. For LinkedIn, I wrote a post about the visibility that impacts professional growth with strategics and business focused insights. For Facebook, you can share more casual community focused posts, asking people to share their own visibility and their fears in the comments. Let me give you some examples of some content. You can create a video of overcoming fear of being visible online. That's your core message. For YouTube, it could be anywhere from 8 to 12 minutes deep dive into your personal story, actionable steps. For Instagram, you need to create a reel showing your own journey from the camera shy to confident to set the music, about 45 seconds. For LinkedIn, you need to write an article or a post showing the visibility that impacts professional growth, strategic business focused insights. For Facebook, you need to share a more casual, community focused post about asking people to share their own visibility fears in the comments. It's the same core message. Visibility is scary, but necessary. 4 completely different formats, 4 completely different tones, reaching 4 different audience segments. And here's what happens. Your YouTube is going to get more watch time and subscribers. Your Instagram maybe might go semi-viral and brought in new followers. Your LinkedIn article positioned you through leaders and attracted potential clients. And your Facebook posts could create an amazing community engagement. Because right now, in the digital online world, community is everything, friends. So let's talk about the magic that happens when you do this consistently. When your audience hears the same message across the platforms, it builds familiarity and trust. Think about the brand that you trust most. You probably heard their core message multiple times in multiple places. The repetition isn't annoying. It's just reassuring. It tells your brain the person knows what they're talking about. They're consistent and you can trust them. In marketing, there's a concept rule called the rule of 7. It says that the potential customer needs to see and or hear your message at least 7 times before they'll take action. When you repurpose strategically, you're increasing the chances that your audience will hit that number. They might see your YouTube video. Then they might scroll over to Instagram and see that post. Then they're reading the LinkedIn article or a post. Each touch point reinforces the message. They begin to associate you with the transformation that you teach. And that's how authority grows. You're not just another content creator shouting out into the void. You're becoming the person who that teaches that thing, that go-to expert, that trusted guide. And so let me share another practical tip. One that you can do is create a repurposing template. Have that template like a spreadsheet that you can track your core message for that week. And you can go in and you can talk about what you need to do in the 15 minutes to fill it out. That saves you hours of time if you know exactly what you're going to create and why. Also, you can batch content, your creations, and once you've filmed your core video or you've written your core post, immediately create and repurpose the revisions while you're still in the creative headspace. It's so much easier than coming back days later and trying to remember what you were thinking. And here's something that might surprise you. Repurposing actually makes you a better creator when you have to explain the same concept in different ways for different platforms. You develop a deeper understanding of your own message. You find new angles, you find new examples, you find new ways to make it click for people. It's like teaching some lessons to different students. You get better each and every time. One more thing I want to emphasize, this strategy respects your audience's intelligence. You're not tricking them or being lazy. You're being strategic. Most of your audience isn't following you on every single platform. You have people that watch your YouTube videos that might not be on Instagram. You have people that are in your LinkedIn connections that might not be in your Facebook post. So, sharing the same core message across platforms actually ensures that more people benefit from your expertise. And for those few people who are following you everywhere, they're going to be your super fans. They want to hear your message multiple times. They want to see that reinforcement. They want to see how you adapt in your teaching for different contents. It actually deepens their connection with you. All right, now it's your turn. Here's your challenge. I want you to actually do this, not just think about it. Take one post or one video from this week that you've already created, okay? And repurpose it to a new platform. If you made a YouTube video, turn it into Instagram carousel. If you wrote a LinkedIn post or transform it into a short form video for TikTok or Reels. Here's the key. Change the tone to fit the platform. The same core message must adapt for where it's going. Think about who uses the platform and why. What are they looking for? How do they consume content? A LinkedIn audience wants professional insight and career growth. An Instagram audience wants inspirational and visual appeal. Your YouTube audience wants depth and value. As you do this, pay attention to what changes and what stays the same. The core truth of your message should remain intact. The transformation you're promising should be consistent, but the packaging, the examples, the tone, those can shift to match the platform culture. And here's what I want you to notice. This probably took you 30 minutes, maybe an hour at the most, but you just doubled your content output. You reached a whole new audience. That's more power of strategic repurposing. If you want to take it even further, share your repurposed content in our community. Tag me. Let me see what you created. I would love seeing how people adapt this strategy to their own unique voice and message. Plus, you'll inspire others to give you feedback that helps you improve as well. Remember, I really want this to sink in. Consistency compounds. Every piece of content that you create is a seed that you're planting. When you repurpose it strategically, you're not just planting more seeds, my friend. You're making sure that those seeds reach different souls where they can grow. Your message doesn't need to be different every day. In fact, it shouldn't be. The most successful creators, the ones that build with real authority and impact, they are the same things over and over and over. They just say it in different ways through different stories, different examples. That's not boring, it's branding. Think about the teachers who have changed your life. They probably taught you the same core lessons multiple times in multiple ways until it finally clicked. That's what you are doing for your audience. You're being the guide who shows up consistently, who reinforces the important messages, who meets people where they are. And here's the beautiful truth: when you stop trying to create something new every single day and start focusing on sharing your core message in multiple ways, you're actually enjoying your content creation more. You're going to feel less stressed. You're going to have more time for the deep work that really matters. You'll build sustainable content practice instead of being burnt out after 3 months. So take a deep breath. You don't have to do it all. You don't have to be everywhere all the time with completely original content. You just need to be strategic, intentional, and consistent with repurposing your best work. Join us inside the community, the support of our community of creators who all are working smarter and not harder. I will see you on the next one. Keep creating, keep repurposing, and keep making an impact. You've got this, my friend.